What's the damage?
I had a baby almost 3 months ago. My insurance was billed $29,000, billed $9,300.
$15,000 for the most simple delivery.
So I heard there's this underground market where women who are not American would fly all over from around the world to go to America to have their children. And they have their children so they can stay in America, they can have a reason to live in America, be in America, stay in America. That's not only that. When people come to America to have children, the Americans who pay tax are literally funding these people coming to America. We're going to actually look at how much it costs to have a child in America. And guys, I have heard that it's insane. I think I watched a video before where someone was saying they just took an ambulance to the hospital and it was like close to $10,000. So it just depends, but even paying for an ambulance is out of this world. There's so many things I feel like should be covered in our taxes. Ambulances, police, firefighters, those should just all be covered in our taxes. So at the end of the day, we kind of think it's free when it's not because we're paying our taxes, but it still is free because it doesn't have to come out of pocket as if we went to the store and bought something out of pocket. So
let's talk about how much it costs to have a baby in the US. And in my case, I had babies. I had twins last year that I gave birth through C-section. First bill is for $97,455. I wish I was joking. Let's pull up the breakdown. So I was in the hospital for 3 days because I had a C-section, and each night in the hospital was $11,552.
dang! She probably had a single room. Okay, makes sense. But in the hospital, I think they give you like food. They give you all these things for the baby that you can bring home. Pampers. Yeah, small things that you will only last like a day or two. But yeah.
I didn't know I was staying at the presidential suite at Nobu Cabo. Nursery, $7,038. And then I just see a bunch of hospital miscellaneous.
So they even charge the baby to sleep in that square thing too. Oh, they don't play around.
Hospital miscellaneous, one for $109, $108, $870, $4,557 for hospital miscellaneous. Before I decided on the C-section, I tried to have them back.
You use their showers, I guess, to pay for the nurses to check up on you 24 hours, their blankets, washing the blankets, them paying the chefs to cook food, paying the electricity bill for the hospital out of it.
Them vaginally, and I had a failed epidural. Actually, 2 failed epidurals. Came out to a whopping $2,200. Again, for a failed epidural. So even if it fails, you still have to pay for it. $320, and it says first hospital birthing center care day. My son had to see a pediatric cardiologist in the hospital, so that was $525. This bill is for $1,300. This is for my son as well. Inpatient medical, inpatient medical. I wish this was a joke. $67,077. That is for my son's 3-day NICU stay. Just for his room and board in the NICU, it was $22,599. Like I said, I had a C-section, so I did have to pay for the anesthesia of that as well. So for this spinal block, it was $3,600. This is like for a random lab, $800 bill. The actual rate for the C-section from my OB who delivered the babies, $4,200. She had another doctor assisting.
These doctors get paid.
Assisting her, so I got a bill from her, $447. Each twin saw an audiologist before we got discharged from the hospital, and each one of them, that was $350, so $700 for both. Each baby got billed $388, again, just for their checkup to be able to be discharged from the hospital. So giving birth to my twins cost me about $160,000. You heard that right.
That's crazy. That is insane. I wonder if people actually pay these off though. Like, let's be for real. Do people actually pay this? So it looks like she pays Blue Shield every month, her insurance provider, and they only took $16,000 off of her bill.
So I just got my hospital bill in the mail, and before I had a baby, I always wondered how much it costs to have a baby here in the US. I have pretty good health insurance, but this is the breakdown of my hospital bill. So the first thing was the room where I stayed at after delivery, and that was $17,760.
Guys, it wasn't even a private room. It was a semi-private room with 2 beds in it. No. I'm sorry, when I have children, I need a private room. I don't care how much it costs. Give me the private room. I don't want no one in my room. I don't want to hear their child. I need my privacy. Oh my God, that's crazy. $17,000 and that's semi-private. Ugh.
Pharmacy, $55.
Okay, that's good.
Medical surgical supplies,
That's
$1,323. Non-sterile supplies, $2,437. Sterile supply, $50.
Not bad.
Lab work, $1,484.
Not too bad.
Immunology, $450.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Hematology,
That makes sense, blood.
$1,098. Anesthesia,
$650.
$115 for that nice epidural. Drugs required, $59. Delivery room, $20,395 for a whopping total. Oh wait, no, I missed it. I don't even know what the heck this is. $5,657, and then for a whopping total of $51,380.
Now the other girl had double that because she had twins, but that's actually a lot. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's not a lot. Okay, that makes sense, you know? But add it all together, get out of here. Oh my gosh. Of course, the delivery room would be a lot of money. Whoa. Now, would you still come to America? People are like, yeah, I still would. But we don't have to pay for it. I'm not an American citizen. Yeah. That's actually absolutely insane.
We got a fun little piece of mail today. It's the bill from labor. And one, I simply just don't understand healthcare. And two, I Googled the average cost of labor and it's $15,000 to $20,000, and in Iowa it's $10,000. But this says here $33,405.22. I forgot how to read numbers because I haven't worked for 7 weeks. But like, what? I would love like an itemized bill, but I seriously think they just like add things to cart and make you pay for it. Luckily, insurance covered most of that. And I did have a nurse tell me if you like want to save on random things, to bring your own like ibuprofen and stool softeners and all that stuff, and to obviously take home all the diapers, pads, everything, because they charge you for that, which is kind of annoying because I didn't like the diapers, I didn't like any of the pads, I didn't like their boxer briefs, I didn't like anything. So I didn't really take much home and was just charged for it, so that's fun. But anyways,
So that's fun. Yeah, 33,000 is absolutely insane. And again, do people actually pay their hospital bills? You guys have to comment down below and let me know. Do people pay it?
Okay, so I just had a baby and I got the bill in the mail. So I thought I would tell you guys how much it costs to have a baby in 2022 in America. Now I didn't get an IV or an...
Oh, just to let you know, people have said it's very offensive. Like, I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything. Women have came on the internet and said how it's very insensitive and offensive that hospitals, as soon as they have their baby, hospitals bill them right after, or some hospitals make them pay right in the room once you're done giving birth. And I don't know how to feel. I just feel like, you knew what you were signing up for. Like, you know you have to pay, but not coming to you. I heard a story on TikTok where a lady was like, after I gave birth, like they came with an iPad to tell me I have to pay. And that's like, you know, a little bit too much. But I feel like people now know that you have to pay for services at the hospital. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I don't know. I haven't had a child yet. I don't know how it feels. But these figures are insane. This is why I feel like, do people actually pay for this? Some people's salaries are only $40,000 for the year. Do they use all their money? No.
Before the birth, right after birth, I hemorrhaged. So I had to get an IV and they had to give me Pitocin and a few other drugs. So just for reference, that's kind of where I was at. We were there for 2 nights and I had them take the baby both nights in the nursery. But even when they take the baby in the nursery, the baby's still with you like half the night anyway, because they bring it back when it cries or when it needs to feed.
No one's taking my baby, putting it in the nursery. Anyways, we're off topic.
The cost for 2 nights in the nursery, $2,137.66. Now I know the nurses aren't making that money, so why is it that much money? Okay, next is laboratory. I'm not exactly sure what that entails. I should ask for an itemized list. But I'm assuming all of the blood work baby had to have, maybe the hearing test, vision test, all of that stuff, I'm thinking. I'm also Rh negative, and so they had to test my blood to see how much RhoGAM I needed after birth, So I'm assuming it's kind of all of that.
Is this girl a nurse?
Laboratory.
She's giving me she works in healthcare.
$2,728.76. Okay, last thing on the bill says pharmacy. I don't know if this includes babies' vaccines, but literally...
Maybe she's not a nurse because she would know what everything's for, but she knows a lot of medical terms, I
The
realize.
only drug I took while I was there was 1 ibuprofen for the post-labor contractions, like while nursing the next day. So let's see what 1 ibuprofen cost. Pharmacy, $360. So that's a grand total of just over $5,200. Luckily we do have insurance, so we won't have to pay that much, but like...
Excuse me, that's
the
actually a
prices.
good price compared to everybody
healthcare.
else. I'm pretty sure people would take the $5,000. Girl, her insurance better pay for everything and leave her with like $500 to pay or even $50 to pay. Anyways.
What's the damage? Open. Y'all, my total is $12,129.09. And that's with insurance. Ooh.
No, that's good
Baby, you
compared
are
to the others, but it's still a lot.
expensive.
I'll be goddamned. Look what I just got in the mail. It's a hospital bill for having a baby. No epidural. And I left 1 day early. Do you want to know how much that costs? Let's look at this together. For the room I stayed in for 1 night, $4,940.
Huh?
For the semi-private
so
room I
good.
stayed in for 1 night, $2,470. This one's my favorite though. Admissions charge, like just for walking through the doors. That'll be $700. I'm sorry, what? Is there a live DJ I should know about? Because I missed that part. Pharmacy, $1,193. I was induced, but I still didn't get an epidural. Moving on. $41 for medical supplies. That seems like chump change. $1,533 for laboratory fees. $96 for pulmonary function. No idea what that is. And here's the big bad boy. $7,250 for labor, room, and delivery. For a total of $18,224.
That's a lot. She's like, I'm done. Anyways, I'm done here too. You guys have to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. On my page, I have a lot more videos similar to this. You guys go watch. And man, I don't think people pay this. Follow for more.